Oakley dokley. One down and two to go in terms of lab assignments. So hopefully you've done the first lab. I'm certainly assuming that you have, and kind of perfected it, at least to the point where you've kind of aced the first assignment. So now we're kind of gearing up or getting ready for the second assignment, which is on how to compute confidence intervals using Excel. So really all the labs, we're going to just kind of keep using the speed dating data set. I think it's a big enough data set, large enough data set, something that's easily accessible to us. I think we're all, whatever, certainly familiar with the idea or concept of dating, regardless of what our major is. So I try to avoid kind of technical things like meteorological examples. Some of us might be really into meteorology, some of us may not. Um, but we're all probably in one way or another to various degrees interested in interacting with fellow human beings, and so we should hopefully kind of get a sense of kind of how this data set works. Pretty accessible. um, so how do we do a confidence interval? I'm going to go ahead and show us how to do it again for the like im variable. So remember, the like im variable ranged from 1 to 10, and it was a measurement of how much the male liked his female partner. He rated how much he liked her from 1 to 10. So again, just reminding us that's what the data set looks like, that the like im variable is that C column, goes from C2 to C276. So how do we do a confidence interval? It's actually pretty much like before. We actually do the same thing. We got to set up that data analysis thing, so we might have to go through those steps again. But once we've installed that tool pack, we can click data analysis. We highlight that variable of interest, that C2 to C276. The only difference is now we click a confidence level for the mean box. And we can actually put any level of confidence in there. Let's go ahead and do the usual 95% though. Right, so there's the box, and that's the same box from our last lab. Last lab, we just clicked summary statistics to get the descriptive statistics. Now we're going to click confidence level for the mean. If we look there, it's the 95. We could change it to 90%, 99%. We could even do something weird like 93.4%. So we could put any percent in there. Also, like, I kept it simple, but you could select summary statistics and confidence level for the mean. It doesn't have to be one or the other. You certainly could do both as well. So there it is, right? If we squint a little bit, we can see confidence level 95%, and it looks like it's 0.21. If we round it, it's 0.21. So what does that 0.21 mean? Or actually, here it looks like I got it even lazier and just rounded it to 0.2. Well, Excel actually gives us not the interval, but the margin of error. And then for better or for worse, expects us to use that margin of error to build the confidence interval ourselves. DIY, right? That's what Excel's all about. Do it yourself. So you can go back. If you look at the last lab, we already saw that the sample mean for like im was 6.7. I think it's 6.68 actually, but that would round to 6.7. So we could use that sample mean. We could add and subtract the margin of error, and we could do that to build our confidence interval. So our 95% confidence interval is from 6.5 to 6.9. So how would we summarize that? We would say that we are 95% confident that the true mean, oh, sorry, it's some bad cut and pasting. The true mean should be male like rating for their partners is somewhere between 6.5 and 6.9. So for all males, the true mean amount that they like their female partner is somewhere between 6.5 and 6.9. Pretty easy, right? So try it yourself. Go to assessments in D2L, select quizzes, select that second assignment, should say confidence intervals in Excel. Go ahead and finish the assignment and submit it. Again, it's pretty It's pretty pedantic. It's pretty anal about exactly how specific you got to put your answer. You got to get it precisely right. So make sure you mind your rounding. Make sure you round it correctly. If you end up rounding it wrong, you should be able to retake it. So not a big deal. So hopefully you get it right in the first time, but I don't think it would take you more than 2 or 3 times to get it right. As always, if you're having any trouble or any difficulties, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help you figure it out.